Hello, Instagram and the world. I am Jonathon Melendrez from Melendrez Dance Studios. In case you didn't know by now, I am a professional ballroom dancer. I am a wedding first dance choreographer and three-time winner of Best of the Knot. I do this show Monday and Fridays at 12 o'clock, and the main reason why we do this is to highlight professionals in the wedding industry. There's a lot of people out there that just don't have the opportunity to have a big banner. So I really want to take this time out and bring on people who really deserve to have some attention. And in today's show, we're going to talk about a forever florist. If you don't know what a forever florist is, you'll know soon. But let me see if we can bring on my friend Naran. Naran is not here yet. She's probably still getting her stuff done. So maybe we'll just cut straight to Anchored Wishes Gifts with Samantha. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, Naran just joined. Hi, Naran. Missed you. Hey, Samantha.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, finally.
Yeah, you came on pretty easily this time. I'm so glad.
Yeah, it's the iPhone.
Yeah, it's an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had serious problems last night trying to get on. It was me, you, and Naran. The three of us had a crazy time.
Yep.
But anyways, thanks for coming on. I wanted to highlight you because I think that, well, one, you came highly referred, by the way. Pop the Vows and odd. Geez, I can't think of the name right now. Anyways, so thanks for coming on the show. Tell me a little bit about. I was looking at your website, anchoredwishesgifts.com.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you, that's a kick-ass little website, you know.
It honestly just got finished like 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
What I love about this is one of my favorite pictures here is the two girls in the middle of the woods in a red, looks like a suede couch. One bride is in white, another bride is in red.
So actually, I'm the one in the red.
You're the one in the red?
I am the one in the red.
I love that picture. Both of you are painted up as skeletons in wedding dresses and flowers. I love that picture.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. That was probably my favorite shoot. And the white dress actually came from my great grandmother from the 30s. So we wanted to honor that. Yes.
I'm asked, what's the website? The website is, let's see, where is it? Wishes Gifts. Oh, I lost it. Anchoredwishesgifts.com. Let me say that again to make myself clear and everybody be clear. Anchoredwishesgifts.com. Take a look at it. It is pretty cool. It is pretty amazing. So tell me a little bit about your business. How long have you been in business doing weddings?
So I've been doing this since 2017.
Cool.
So not too long, but long enough to get my feet wet.
Yeah. And how's it going so far?
It's going very well. COVID is kind of messing everything up, but it's going well.
Yeah. Tell me about how is COVID messing everything up for you?
So as you know, weddings are usually big. You want all of your family and friends there, and you also have to account for staff and everyone coming and going, the DJ, the florist, everybody, right? So since there's a limit on people congregating, everyone has to now push their wedding a year, 2 years, 3 years because everything is just filling up. Yeah.
That's insane.
But the good thing about wood flowers is you can have your floral arrangements, your bouquets, your boutonnieres done well in advance as long as they're stored properly, and you'll be fine.
You know, I started off. I was on your website, and I love the adjective "forever florist." Now, I don't want to give anything away just yet, but a forever florist. Where'd you come up with that name? I love it.
Well, they're not going to die. So they'll live as long as you take care of them, pretty much. Or if your cat wants to eat them.
All right, I'll let the cat out of the bag now. Forever florists are not fresh flowers. No. They are, what kind of flowers are they?
They are made of wood.
Holy cow, wooden flowers? Amazing. Hi, Robin. So these wood flowers, tell me about wood flowers.
So they're made from a lightweight wood. The best way I can compare them through live chat and not in person is, do you remember the old balsa wood airplanes that you had as a kid?
Yes.
Thinner and lighter than that.
Really?
Yep.
All the colors and all that, really?
They can be, so they actually, I have one right here.
Oh yes, let's take a look.
They start out like this. They're very light. They do kind of mimic a foam material, but it's not foam. It's wood. They're very light. They come in an ivory color. That's the natural color.
Right.
There's also ones with, they still have the bark still left on them.
Right.
So they can take on any color. They can be dyed with paint, with spray paint. If you want to go a vegan route, you can use beets, any natural colors it will take on. So
do you have the ability to really customize the color of the flower to the wedding, to her dress, the bride's dress?
Yep.
That's amazing. Yep. That's amazing. How did you get into that?
So I started, well, let me backtrack a little bit. I used to work as a purchasing manager in an office setting, you know, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Very boring. But I've always been creative. I mean, I designed my whole wedding in less than 2 months. And
wow.
I was pregnant with my son. And at 7 months, I had a stroke. And we made a conscious decision that I wouldn't go back to work right away. But I was so bored. And I was scrolling. I was so bored. I was scrolling Facebook, and a friend of mine posted about a company, and they had those flowers, and there were so many bad reviews. So my thought was, how can I make that better and have fun doing it, because I'm so creative. So I sourced my supplier and got my first shipment and just went at it.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. Do you have any flowers that you could show us? Any wood flowers?
I do. So I have an arrangement here that I did a few weeks ago. This is, so I do home decor too. This is just a ceramic cup. And then I dyed these and painted these to look like succulents.
Right. Wow. So these are like shavings, wood shavings?
So, some of my flowers I hand make, like very specific ones like lilies and lilacs and things like that. I do have a supplier, and my supplier's in Thailand, and it's a completely woman-run company. They don't use any machinery to make these. The material is actually, it's the root of a tapioca plant. So they get this root and they shave it, and then it comes in rolls, and that's how I get it. And then I manipulate it to whatever flower I need.
Oh my God, that's crazy. So you have to actually know what flower, you have to study the flower itself.
Yeah, so how the process usually works is I get a bride and they go, I'm just starting my process of planning my wedding. These are the flowers I'm interested in. And I immediately ask for inspiration pictures, but with the expectation that it's not going to look exactly the same, because I don't like to copy other people's work, and no florist is alike. So it starts with inspiration pictures and their main flower. I usually ask, what's the flower you can't live without? And that's where we start.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever ask that question of the grooms? What flower can you live without?
I've had grooms. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do they actually give you a flower that they can't live without?
So I I had a groom that he didn't want any flowers. He wanted more like filler type things. So like buds on the side of the road and things like that, like thistle or leaves.
Right. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's amazing. So this is really you. Yeah, you actually make these petals by hand,
Yes.
and you customize the color
Mm-hmm.
to whatever your brides want.
Yep.
That's
So
amazing.
even, I mean, there are other people out there that do what I do. I have very good friends in this business, and we like to bounce
Yeah.
ideas off of each other. But if one bride goes to all three of us and says, "Hey, I want this with this and this color," she's not gonna. All three bouquets are gonna be completely different.
Right. I would imagine so. Wow. Because everyone's an artist. Everyone creates
Mm-hmm.
their own look and everything. I know
Mm-hmm.
that the people watching this later on are going to be curious of what kind of plans you
Mm-hmm.
have. What kind of packages. Sorry, plans, packages. Do you do like small bouquets, huge?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like do the whole thing?
So I've done bouquets where it's just one single flower with a lot of greenery, and I've had bouquets that were like 4 feet long, cascades.
That's crazy. That's
Yep.
amazing. And you make that by hand. That's so impressive.
Yep.
Impressive. So what else do you offer? What other programs or plans or packages do you offer your brides?
Well, with everything going on in the world right now, I'm offering elopement packages. So someone that says, "Hey, I don't want to wait a year to get married. I love this person so much. I want to get married in a week." A week is okay. It's pushing it if they're local, because then I
Yeah.
can just hand deliver. If shipping is required, it'll take a little longer. I do keep about 1,000 flowers on hand just in case.
Right.
But for people that want to get married super quick, an elopement package is probably the way to go. I do have an introductory price. Obviously, the more you want to it, the more it's going to cost. But a a standard elopement package usually includes a boutonniere, a bouquet, or two boutonnieres, or two bouquets, whatever the situation is, and then we can go from there.
That's great. Angela Naranz asks, you make bridesmaids bouquets that they can last and keep forever.
Yes.
That's
So
great.
I do offer my brides that are interested. Some of them go, "Okay, well, and I have this bouquet, but it doesn't go with my home decor. What can I do to it?" Well, I can then, for an extra fee, I can deconstruct it and then put it on a board with their last name or something to hang on the wall.
Wow. I had no idea people asked for that.
Yeah.
Really? I'm sorry. I'm a dude.
Well,
Really?
well, you figure, so my wedding colors were orange and ivory. I don't have one orange thing in my house. So, yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy. So what do you see like the ceremonies, the size of the weddings? Obviously they're not big anymore. They're getting smaller.
They are
Are
getting
you
smaller, and they're more intimate now. I think the bright side about, I mean, obviously there's nothing good about COVID and everything going on, but the silver lining is now you're looking at inviting people that you really care about, not people just to fill a seat.
That's the second time that I heard that. You know, people are because the ceremonies are smaller. You really get the people who are most important to you
Mm-hmm.
there.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
that's that's that's, that's pretty impressive because you figure these ceremonies that cost so much money and you got to take another loan out so maybe you don't have to take
Yep.
a big loan out anymore because the ceremonies are so
Yep.
small.
You shouldn't go into
That's
debt for
amazing.
a wedding. You shouldn't.
Can you
That's
repeat?
not a good
Can you
start.
repeat that, please?
You should not go into debt for a wedding. And here's the other thing. So I look at wood flowers as an investment. I'm not knocking fresh florals. I love fresh flowers. So much that I pick them off the side of the road and dry them and use them in my bouquets. But wood flowers are an investment. They're not going to die. You're going to have them forever.
Right, Right. I get another question here online. Can you convert these flowers to a wreath?
I can. So they can, if you check out my website, there is a recent picture of a wreath up there. So
That's
they
great.
don't, the flowers don't have stems. Like I have to stem all of them, or I can glue the back of them and stick them to something.
Oh, that's amazing. Like little magnets that you could put them on the refrigerator or
Yep.
something.
I have those in my house.
That's amazing.
We change them out with the season.
So you're in New York, right?
I am.
Excellent.
I
But
am.
you ship all over
Yep.
the world, so it doesn't really matter
No, and
where you live.
I pack my florals very well. So if there is it, I mean I ship them well in advance. So if there is ever an issue, you know, we can fix that.
Yeah. Wow. So do you have any other bouquets or anything like that near you? Or or a workshop? Could we take a look at your workshop?
So I'm actually not in my workshop right now.
Oh,
I'm in my second workshop.
you get two
But
workshops?
I do. I do everything from my house just to cut overhead and everything,
Yeah,
but
oh, absolutely.
I've taken over every surface I possibly can.
My
I
wife's
mean,
the same way.
so I have this one right here. This was supposed to be used for a photo shoot that because of COVID it didn't happen. So it's sitting and it's waiting for a bride.
Yeah. Oh,
But this is a
wow.
wildflower. A
That's
wildflower
beautiful.
bouquet.
That's
And
beautiful.
this right here, this is just some wildflowers that I saw outside my house and I had to pick them.
Wow. So you pulled over, screeched, and picked up some
Yes,
flowers? That's awesome.
I keep garden shears in the glove box.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. You know. So tell me again the story that got you into this. You had a stroke, and then you just took it from there.
Yep. So I mean, I was very stressed. There was a lot going on. I was working remotely. My husband just got out of the military. I was pregnant with my second child. We were looking for a house, living in his mom's house for a few months. It was a lot. So I mean, it was inevitable that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then I needed something to do. I mean, yes, I was busy with two children, but I'm that person that just needs things to do. So.
Yeah. Well, you got the right thing to do. I mean, you've been in business for a number of years already, right? So you're
Yep.
doing something right. You hit the vein right good. That's great.
Yeah.
So do you do other things like centerpieces or bouquet, other things just instead of bouquets?
So well, for weddings, I do bouquets, centerpieces, archways, anything that would need florals. I mean, I also do like the welcome signs for weddings. I don't ship them because they're usually very large. So that's more for local customers or within driving distance. But like when Valentine's Day comes around, I have these.
Oh, yes. I wanted to ask you about Valentine's and Mother's Day.
Yep. So Valentine's Day comes around, I get these wooden hearts and then I put the flowers on them.
Wow. Wow.
And then when COVID hit, I noticed a lot of people couldn't visit elderly grandparents, parents, people like that. And I ran a special and I said, ship flowers to someone you haven't seen in a while. And it was a huge hit.
Wow.
Because also fresh flower florists weren't getting their shipments in. Nothing was going in or out. So wood flowers took the stage.
Wow. Someone's asking, how much is that heart?
That heart, that size runs around $45.
$45? Oh, that's not bad.
No.
That's not bad at all. So you're probably really busy. I mean, everyone right now is ordering things online.
They are.
Yeah. So what kind of shipment arrangements do you have? Do you have overnight, 2 days?
So I mean, I use USPS. They seem like so far they've been the safest in terms of getting my products there in one piece.
Right.
And so I've noticed
Literally.
I've noticed when I put fragile on the boxes, they pretty much play soccer with them, so I don't even write fragile anymore.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just like your airport luggage. They just
Yep.
throw it around.
Yeah, it's so as in terms of like shipping prices, I really won't know what the shipping is. I mean, I can guesstimate it by size and weight, but I won't have an exact number until I actually have it packaged up because packaging, it adds to the weight.
Right. Oh, absolutely. So if a bride calls you, right?
Hmm.
Before a bride calls you, what should they know? What should they have in mind before they call you?
The date is definitely helpful because
Yes.
that will gauge how long I have to source my materials and make whatever I need to make.
Right.
Um, they should they should know about what size their bridal party is because once I get all the materials at once rather than trying to find bits and pieces when they decide to add another person.
Right.
That's very stressful because I would have planned out for 7 bridesmaids and then they want to add 2 more. Well, it's going to cost a lot now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, wow.
They should have an idea roughly about color. The good thing to notate is that my screen is not the same as your screen. My lighting and where I'm at is not the same as your lighting or the lighting outside. So colors do tend to shift.
How do you get the colors? If I said I wanted a purple flower, uh, how does my version of purple translate to your version of purple?
So I like to do a video chat. I like to send images in different lighting because then they can see how it's going to change.
Oh,
And
how?
then
Yeah,
I
go ahead,
do
go ahead.
offer I do offer a sample box for $10 including shipping. I can offer a sample of their flower colors and choices and then they can decide on that.
Wow, that's cool. What's the turnaround time?
Um Realistically if I have all the materials, I can have so for a standard bridal party, you figure a standard bouquet, a few boutonnieres and 3 or 4 bouquets, maybe about a week.
Okay.
Not long at all.
How much time do you tell them you? I guess it would depend on the size of their order, how much time that you need to get it done.
Yeah.
What's the
So
smallest order that you can service?
I've done orders just for magnets.
Really?
Yep. It's a good sample sale. Like if they really like I'll add the magnet. Like I'll say, do you want the magnets on your sample? And then they have them on their fridge and then they can really see them every day. Do they really like those colors?
That's amazing. What's the biggest order you've had?
The biggest order I've had, it was it was like 13 boutonnieres, 15 corsages, because then they're adding the moms, the dads, the grandparents, the uncles, everybody that wants to be included. Yeah.
Wow. I was just talking I was just talking to another person the other day. We were talking about wedding horror stories.
Hmm.
I bet you must have a bunch. Is there any one that sticks out in your mind?
Um, in terms of my customers, my brides have been amazing. My grooms have been amazing. They understand that this is a whole different medium. They've never experienced it, so they're not sure what they're really going to get. But I don't really have a horror story in terms of customers, but there was a wedding order that I was delivering, and it was 3 hours away, and I agreed to deliver it. A college friend of mine actually. And on the way there, my truck got hit by a tractor trailer.
Oh,
And it wasn't like totaled or anything. Like I was still able to continue. And luckily, she placed the order well in advance. It was 2 weeks before the wedding. That's the other thing. I don't like to deliver day of unless it's in my town because
yeah.
anything can happen.
Good thinking. Wow. So what they ended up getting their order?
Yep, we were maybe 2 hours late, but I mean, I kept in contact with her the whole time.
So how bad was the accident?
They hit the rear quarter panel of the truck. The guy ran a stop sign. Like I was turning and he ran the stop sign. He didn't see. It was actually his first day driving that truck. So my tail light, the back of the truck. Thankfully, I was in a truck and not a smaller car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, good. So that was like, was that like a whole day of just being right there in part
Yeah.
of the accident? Because you never get into an accident and then leave. You always gotta stick around, wait for somebody.
Well, so funny story is, so I'm from New York, and if you get into an accident, you need to call the police. You need to report it. I got into the accident in Pennsylvania, so right over the border of where I live. And you don't have, you're supposed to exchange information. You're not supposed to, like, you don't have to report it unless, like, they left or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. Like, I called the police and he's like, I don't know why I'm here. And I'm like, well, I'm from New York and I'm supposed to report it. So
These crazy rules, right?
yeah.
It's crazy. Things change from state to state. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think this is great. I never would have thought, wood flowers was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned so much of, I thought I knew a lot about the wedding industry, but, I'm learning these new things all the time. Wooden flowers. I think that's great.
Oh, we can also put them on a cake. Just like you would fresh florals. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
See, that's super cool. If I saw a flower on a cake, I'd probably eat that too. Yeah. I suppose your wood flowers are not edible, huh?
No, these aren't. So these are airbrushed, actually.
See, those are awesome. I think those are great. Those are beautiful. Love that color of purple.
Yep.
Nice.
So
I can't believe. So was that handmade too? Did you have to, how was that made?
So these are just standard. They don't really mimic a specific flower in nature. So these are the ones that come from my supplier. But because I've gotten so big so quickly, I do outsource some of my painting. So like this one specifically, I have a woman that airbrushes my flowers for me, and she's amazing. And she's really upped the wood flower game.
Wow. That's great. Well, you got to have good people to produce a good product, especially something like this, because flowers are such a big part of a wedding. And, even the colors and, they project whatever emotion, whatever feeling that you get is a huge part. And, why not have flowers that remind you of your wedding to keep around for the next 20 years?
Yep. And especially if a bride wants flowers that are not in season, these will be. That's
great. I think that's great. Well, good job for you. Congratulations on having this wonderful idea. I'll get another question. What's the type of flower in your gallery that has the pearls in it?
I believe that was a peony. So the bride, no, wrong bride. She wanted just a little bling, but not too much bling. So we put little brooches and pearls in the centers of the flowers.
Oh, nice. Oh, look, there's Mad Events. See, that was the name I was trying to come up the other day. Mad Oddities, Mad Events. You know who they are, right?
I don't.
No, these people are awesome. I can't talk enough about it, but they are awesome. But there's nothing like having wood flowers that last forever. A forever florist. I love that. I love that term.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's cool. That's super cool. Your Instagram is Anchored Wishes Gifts. Forever florist and event designer specializing in wood flower arrangements and decor. Horsehead, New York. I love it. It tells you exactly what you do. I think that's genius. Who's your marketing director? They're really on point with that.
That would be me. I wear many hats.
Oh, do you? Well, I encourage everybody to check out the website, Wood Flowers. I think this is super cool. I think that's great. And if you go on the website or the Instagram, Anchored Wishes Gifts, you could see some of the flowers, and they really look real. And the colors are fantastic. Super cool.
There's also, the Facebook page is the same name, and there's more content there than on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And so every now and then I have this planter. It can be customized for this price, and I'll post that because 99% of what I do is custom. So
Yes.
it's really hard to make an arrangement like the succulent arrangement that I did, because people want it custom. So I leave it
Yeah.
up to them to do it.
I think that's great. I love the website. The website's got some great pictures, and my favorite picture is you in there with the skeleton mask. Is there anything that I didn't cover? Is there anything that
Um,
we should let people know about your business that I
no,
didn't cover?
I think we covered it all.
Did we? Okay, good. This is cool stuff. I love what you do, and congratulations for having a successful business.
Oh,
And
I do have an announcement. In
oh,
the next 2 weeks or so, we will be recognized for the National Gay Wedding Society.
no way, really?
Yep. So there'll be a little badge at the bottom of our website in a few weeks.
How did you get involved in that? How did you
Um,
get awarded
so
that?
so I know I have a lot of friends that are photographers,
Yeah.
and I was just scrolling pages trying to get ideas for my own website, and I noticed the badge at the bottom, and I did a little research. So it doesn't take much to apply.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Cool. Maybe I'll apply. I like getting badges.
Yeah, they're fun.
Well, awesome. All right, listen, I know you're busy and you got 100 things to do, the kids and stuff. So I'll let you go back to your woodworking.
I guess so. Florist, maybe. I don't know. I gotta go pick some stuff off the side of the road in a little bit. So
Oh, by the way, I did want to ask you this. I got a question. Neuron's asking a question. How did you come up with Anchored Wishes Gifts?
um I've always so my heart belongs at the beach. I'm not at the beach right now, but I lived in Savannah for quite some time, and I always felt that I was supposed to be anchored there. It was always my wish to be anchored there, so that's how. Yeah, and gifts just because I want it all encompassing.
Right.
So,
Anchored Wishes Gifts. I think that's appropriate. That's cool.
yep.
Samantha, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's so cool. Have a great day, and hopefully we'll talk again soon.
You too. Bye.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, so we're going to bring back Neuron here. I think that's a super cool idea. Anchoredwishesgifts.com. Who wouldn't want flowers that last forever? You know, that's great. You get to order them, you get to customize the color, and keep them around for the wedding and for years to come. And I'm trying to bring on Neuron here from Angela Neuron Shoes, but it looks like we're having another technical difficulty connecting. Doesn't look like she's going to be able to connect. I hate to start to finish the show without an appearance from Neuron, but I think I might have to do that today because of this weird connection we spent hours last night trying to figure out. So I will everybody go. Encourage everyone to go see anchoredwishesgifts.com. Great website. Samantha's a great person, and her flowers are forever flowers. She is a forever florist. So, okay, let's see if we can bring this out one more time. Okay. All right. It doesn't look like, Neuron, you're going to be able to come on. So I'm sorry. Maybe we'll do better.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Here we go again. This was the issue that we had all night last night, the three of us, me, you, Samantha. Crazy time we had.
Well, let me tell you, John, I loved her interview. I loved what she does. I'm absolutely blown away. And I'm so impressed with the intricacy of the flowers. I want to get them in my hands and feel them because I didn't realize how supple they were. You know, when she was manipulating them and she could move the petals just like they were a real flower, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I wanted to put my hands around them to touch them. Okay, so we got disconnected again. All right, everybody, this is done. All right, be safe. Have a good mask on you all the time. Bye bye.